Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading. Today, market is down about 0.4% there. On the S&P Nasdaq 1.1%. Semiconductor did get hit today, 4% negative. Dow pretty much flat. Russell 2000 1.3. Transport down. Banks is green along with the energy. Looks like utilities also green. Biotech is down. Healthcare, home builders, and retail. These guys got hit pretty hard here. Home builders, retail down about 3 to 4%. Emerging market down 0.3. Bitcoin down. Gold, silver, miners are also down. Dollar down. Oil down. Treasury bond down. VIX popped a little bit. Let's do the S&P 500 ETF. Spider! 65-minute chart here. So this is where we closed yesterday. And looks like we actually saw a slight gap down here. So we opened down right here, a little bit of fluctuation on that first hour. Did feel that down gap quickly. And then you can see that my micro-term moving average acting as a resistance all throughout the day today and not able to get above it. So it looks like we drift lower. A lot of lower wicks here. Looks like buyers, these kind of a micro-term traders trying to kind of buy that dip, understanding that that might be that kind of a rising uptrend support. And then on that third hour, we lost it. Fourth, fifth, sixth, a little bit of bounce there. We're kind of hitting right on that potential uptrend support. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and you'll see. Currently, my micro-term moving average is residing at 411.90. I pretty much 412 there. So I think there's a good chance if you can get above that micro-term moving average, something like we've seen right about here and here, there might be a little bit of move to the upside. But here, let's zoom out. Kind of check out that potential rising uptrends. It's a potential level. We don't know as of today how the market is going to behave. I mean, you can see it. That's the low there, right? That was the mid-July. Late July right here. And keep in mind though, my short-term moving average is also hanging around in that vicinity, right? Guarding that rising uptrend support. And that's where we bound, or that's kind of what we're hanging around just right there on the last couple hours, hitting the rising uptrend support. So the best case scenario for the buyers is to kind of see some sort of strength early in the morning. Maybe gap up will be better. Some sort of strength first 2 hours to stay above. First 2 hours to stay above the micro-term moving average. There's good chance they're going up to 416. However, if we start to fizzle here longer, there's a good chance that bears are trying to fill this gap. There's that up gap right here, and there's a little bit of that gap right here as well. So 409, 405 still a pretty relevant level you want to kind of pay attention to going into tomorrow. My short-term moving average is currently residing at 408.6. So check out that oscillator. So here's a good news and bad news, right? Good news for the buyers is that you can see as the oscillator falling and rolling over, the price is elevated, consolidating through time. You can see we're not seeing any sort of a downturn for a week or so, because every time in the past, June, July, and August, when we see that oscillator roll over, usually the price to go with it, right? As you can see here, oscillator rolls over, price gets elevated and moves sideways, as you can see. So buyers are trying really, really hard here to correct through time, because buyers been running on empty right here. Once hit that overbought level, they understood that they're tired. They made a huge run in the last several weeks. So they needed to kind of reset that oscillator back to the oversold level or potential level support. In this case, is that level, right? You can see that we found support here, here, and somewhere in that vicinity, right? That's here, that's here, and we're hanging around here, coinciding with that short-term moving average and potential rising uptrend support. So actually, the good news is that bulls actually they were able to rest. They needed that oscillator to reset, and they did that very, very well. while making sure that price is elevated so we don't see any kind of real drawdown through the price. The bad news is you can see we're kind of floating around, but bulls are losing momentum. So if, again, this, like I said earlier, if bulls can find some sort of jump start, right, early tomorrow morning, if not, this is important level. You can see, I mean, we do have a pretty solid gap area at 409, 405 with the short-term moving average and everything else. So I think best case scenario, because that bearish divergence still in play until we see the oscillator getting right back up. You can see that oscillator is actually still favoring the bears. And you can see we're not oversold yet. Should the bears decide to really push? Because, I mean, the boss bears are getting really, really angry, right? Boss bears are currently hanging around 425 or so. This is where boss bears retreated to about 405, this gap area. But if they're getting really annoyed, they might come down just so they can push it back down to maybe 405, potentially even retest that mid-term moving average. You know how the bears are. When they bring it down, they can bring it down hard. We're talking 2, 3, 4% down day. So this is a level where bulls can still have their, because there's so much gap or the support areas in this vicinity, 409, 405. Bulls have all the momentum working for them to bring it up, and they must keep that momentum going. If not, boss bears may be coming down, push this thing down, rather, you know, in a furious manner. I'm gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening and go train tomorrow.